Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, this is the Audi A4, a car that for the best part of 3 decades has defined middle-class motoring. This was the go-to choice for anyone who wanted a bit of badge prestige and luxury, but didn't want to shout about it. But confusingly, after 30 years, Audi have now pulled the plug. To understand why this is such a big deal, you've got to remember what the 90s car market was like. Back then, company car culture was huge. Fleets were filled with Mondeos, Vectras and Passats. When Audi launched the A4, it instantly felt like a cut above. A car that said you'd arrived, but without needing to drive a BMW. As of 2025, you can no longer buy a new A4, which just seems like madness, doesn't it? So I thought in this video we'd look into why Audi have cancelled one of the best-selling cars of all time. The Audi A4 first arrived in 1994 and it replaced the Audi A4, and since then it's become one of the most important cars Audi have ever made. Audi's timing was perfect. The brand had just started shaking off its 80s image. Remember, this was post-Vorsprung Dirk Technik, the era where Audi became known for precision and quality, and the A4 embodied that. It was compact, efficient, and a huge hit for the brand. It quickly earned itself the nickname of the posh Passat, because that's essentially what this is. This quickly became the company car, the school-run car, the car that told people you'd made it but didn't want to show off about it. Audi sold millions of these cars worldwide. I mean, take a look at these sales figures, for example. They're just mind-blowing. It really is the everyman car. It ticks a lot of boxes and it's really inoffensive. And I think for that alone, it deserves a lot of respect. You know, at its peak, Audi shifted over 360,000 A4s in a single year, and it became one of the pillars of their brand identity. It was smart, understated, efficient, and just expensive enough to feel special, but not so much that it felt out of reach. When you think about it, this was peak Audi. They'd mastered that understated luxury formula. Brushed aluminium, sharp lines, and interiors that aged gracefully. Sure, BMW and Mercedes might have been louder or sportier, but the A4 always felt like the grown-up choice. I did a video with one of these a few years ago, and it was exactly the same as this. It was a 2017 2-litre petrol. And I remember saying that it just felt too clinical. It felt like the car that your accountant would buy. But now in hindsight, with a bit more maturity, I get it. Audi were trying to appeal to as many people as possible with this car. And that was their genius. The A4 never chased trends. It just quietly evolved, generation after generation. While other brands experimented, Audi kept refining. You could jump from a 2005 A4 straight to a 2017 one and instantly feel at home. They couldn't afford for it to be divisive or controversial in any way. I mentioned earlier that people call this the posh Passat. That's because under the skin, it shares an awful lot with VW. The engines, the gearboxes, the electronics, it was pretty much all Passat. Only with the A4, it was wrapped in a premium shell. You see, the A4 was all about subtle luxury. Solid switchgear, neat design, no flash, no fuss. Just that typical German blend of competence and confidence. That's what really made this car so successful. It's the sort of car you could lend to anyone. Your parents, your boss, your teenager, and they'd all think it suits them. And that's a rare trick in car design. So why kill a car that sold so well? Well, Audi haven't killed it completely. What they've done is restructure their whole lineup and change the name of things. So essentially the A4 Saloon has been replaced with the A5 Saloon. Same idea, just a different name. And sneakily, a higher price tag. Now, I'm no business expert, I'm certainly no Alan Sugar, but I think this is a mistake. I understand them wanting to simplify their lineup, but I think killing off one of the most popular brand names is really silly. Because the A4 name carries weight. For some buyers, it's as recognisable as Golf or Mondeo. You don't just throw away 3 decades of brand loyalty overnight. It's also in preparation for their full switch over to electric vehicles, which I think is even sillier. But the A4's disappearance marks the end of something. It's the end of that dependable, middle ground executive saloon that was once the backbone of Britain's company car parks. The other reason, I suspect, is that the saloon car on the whole is dying. Most people these days want some sort of SUV or crossover. The Q5 is just trendier these days, and of course it sells for a higher price, more profit for Audi. It makes sense. In fact, last year, SUVs made up nearly 60% of Audi's total sales, and that's the same story across most brands. The death of the saloon isn't about desirability, it's about margins. SUVs are simply more profitable. So really, when you think about it, the A4 didn't just lose its name, it kind of lost its audience. The interesting thing is, the new A5, the so-called replacement to this, the A4, isn't massively different underneath. They share the exact same MLB platform, so you get the same engines, the same interior philosophy, same. What's really changed fundamentally is Audi's pitch. You see, they're no longer selling practicality, like this. What they're selling instead is image. And again, I think that's a mistake because that's something that can change overnight. When you sell in practicality, you've got a solid foundation. When you sell in image, it's kind of more flash in the pan. The A4 was the everyman option. This was a car that you bought with your head. The A5, on the other hand, is a car that you buy with your heart. We do see this a lot with big brands. I mean, take for example the Mercedes A-Class saloon like the one my brother has. It's exactly the same underneath as the Mercedes CLA. The CLA though is the prettier option, so they can charge more for it. You see, those two cars share the exact same skeleton. The CLA though is the style statement. Well, Audi have done the exact same thing with this. That shift from function to fashion is happening everywhere, not just in cars but across tech and lifestyle brands too. It's all about emotional appeal, even if the product underneath hasn't changed that much. So the A4 wasn't really killed for what it was killed for what it represented. The sensible, understated saloon car is dead. This just isn't what the market wants anymore. You know, every single time I drive an A4 or an A5, I think I should probably buy one of those. They're a really sensible, understated car. They do everything really well. If you're like me and you fancy buying an A4 or an A5, then there are an awful lot out there on the used market. But one piece of advice, make sure you do a thorough vehicle history check before you hand over any cash. I always use a company called Car Vertical, and they'll provide you with all the information that you could possibly wish for. So you simply go to carvertical.com, don't worry, I'll leave the link below in the video description, type in the reg or the VIN, and then check vehicle. And then you'll be armed with all the facts and figures. So it'll tell you whether the car's ever been stolen, written off, had a mileage rollback, or has outstanding finance on it. In addition to that, it shows you the spec, the ownership changes, the reg plate changes, the MOT history, and a whole lot more. The other good thing is, using the data from that report, you can assess the driving habits. So you can work out whether the mileage is genuine, or you can work out what maintenance it's due. It's a really useful feature. Car Vertical isn't just a UK thing either, it works in 35 different countries. And it isn't expensive, and it's cheaper still if you use my promo code HIGHPEAK. That's HIGHPEAK all one word, HIGHPEAK, and you'll save yourself 20% off each and every check that you do. I can't stress this enough, but make sure you do a Car Vertical check before you hand over any cash for a used car or motorbike. A lot of A4s and A5s have had a hard life as company cars, so without doing one of these checks, you don't know whether it's been clocked or written off or stolen. You really don't know. So for the price of a quarter of a tank of fuel, don't risk it. There are so many dodgy cars out there, I'd hate for you to end up buying one. The sad thing is, the death of the A4 is part of a much bigger shift in the car world. Traditional saloon cars are disappearing fast. You know, popular saloons in the UK like the Honda Accord, the Ford Mondeo, the Vauxhall Insignia, the VW Passat, they're all gone. Popular saloon cars here like the Commodore and the Falcon, they're gone too. And it's not just the UK. Across Europe and even North America, buyers are walking away from the four-door saloon. It's an extinction event for the shape that once defined motoring normality. People want SUVs, and we're being force-fed EVs as well, so the whole car world is changing. Audi aren't stupid either. Yes, the A4 was a popular seller, but the profits were shrinking. So they decided to put the A4's head on a block and swing the axe. Instead, we've got the A5, which they can charge more for. Sneaky, sneaky. The A5 is kind of the same car, but for a slightly different buyer. It's a clever way of extracting more money out of your wallet. There is an obvious downside with that though. You see, cars like this used to represent accessibility. You know, you could work a bit harder, stretch yourself a bit, and get into something like an A4. Whereas now, I think many of those people will simply be priced out of an A5. Like I say, I think it's a mistake because I'm not too sure what the average A4 buyer will now buy instead. I suspect it won't be an Audi at all. I think instead they'll simply go to a different brand, one that offers better value. So the A4's death isn't just the end of a model, it's the end of a mindset. That honest, middle ground luxury that didn't need a marketing slogan. Maybe that's where brands like Skoda, Kia and Hyundai will step in, offering that same middle-class practicality the A4 once owned, but at prices people can still justify. The A4 was never a hard sell, it was the middle-class car of choice.
But it's still an Audi.
Well, I think that's about it, guys and girls. Was Audi right to cancel the A4? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Personally, I think it's a mistake. I think it's more evidence of car manufacturers simply following trends. Yes, they might argue that it's good business sense, they're simplifying the range, future-proofing the naming system and focusing on what actually sells. But for car people, and people like me who grew up seeing these cars everywhere, then it's a bit sad. What's the automotive world going to look like in 10 years? Everything will be a grey cash car, won't it? And that's quite a depressing thought. The A4 wasn't just another saloon, it was a car that defined a generation of buyers. Even though this is a very sensible car that no one would ever lust after, when I heard that it was going, I couldn't help but feel a bit sad. Maybe I'm wrong though, maybe the world's just moved on. But genuinely, I think it's a mistake to kill off the posh Passat. Who knows though, maybe more people end up buying a BMW or a C-Class Mercedes instead. Maybe one day Audi will bring the A4 name back, but if they do, it'll probably be an electric car. The badge might live on, but the world around it will look very different. So I think that is about it. Thank you once again for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. I'll leave the links below. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers guys.